Well, it's everyone's Matt Mrozek, and this will be an unboxing and review of PKKING's The Balance of Nine Skies kit. This is the Beast of the White Tiger. He sent this out to me as a thank you for doing a review and kind of work in progress videos on the Kirin. So he sent this to me at no charge, which was really cool of him. And he asked if I would do a review, and I said, of course I will. So here it is. And now if you have seen my Kirin videos or the first one of the things I mentioned about it was the packing wasn't very good. Right away, this one's better because it came in another box and this was wrapped in bubble wrap. So it does have a little squish here, but that's just from the shipping, from the carriers. But already the packing is better. He signed it for me, PKKING. It's got my name up here. So let's open this up and look at it because this is one I was going to buy anyway, and he sent it out to me. He's like, hey, I want to send you a gift as a thank you for doing the videos on the Kirin, and would you mind doing a review? I said, of course. So here we go. Let's open it up. Now, more likely what I'll do is I'll unpack this and unwrap all the pieces because they'll be wrapped in bubble wrap and such. And you don't want to watch me do that for 20, 30 minutes. And there may be another little surprise in here for me. Let's see if it's in here. I think this is it. Let's see. All right, that's just cardboard. Okay, so that's just a piece of cardboard on top to kind of protect the contents. There's some loose bubble wrap on top. Nothing in here, so I want to make sure there's no parts. Nice dirty box. Okay. And here's the envelope with instructions and such. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay. So here is our pamphlet, similar to the Kirin, just a black and white photo of the completed kit. And we open up here and we have some of the parts that are labeled. Again, this is in Chinese, so I won't be able to read this. There's this, I always forget, is he from China? Where is he from? Taiwan, sorry, Taiwan. Here's our parts layout. So we have the base, the tiger, the two, I'm going to call them fairies, and part of the other parts of the tiger. Just exactly the same way the Kirin is. And then we have some nice color photos of the finished piece for PKKING's paint up. And he's an amazing painter, by the way. Just not only is he a fantastic sculptor, he can paint like crazy, crazy good. So these are his close-up pictures of his paint up. Just really, really good work. And that's it for that. And then also inside we get a postcard that he signed. I like that. This is number 90 of 100. Nice photo of his paint of this piece. This piece is amazing. Just really cool. It's his newest sculpt. So, and the price on it is really reasonable, I think, for what you're getting. I want to say I'll put a link to his website, but I'm pretty sure it's like $500 shipped, which is really good. And we got just some metal like chain and a little business card here. Again, and this has some pictures of just various pictures of his sculpts. So I'm going to put this to the side. Already, I can tell that this is going to be. This should have like no damage. Okay. I'm just going to kind of put stuff to the side here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably pull all stuff out and put it on my bench and unwrap it off camera, because the Kirin, when I unwrapped it, it took me like an hour to unwrap all the pieces. There are more pieces for the Kirin, but that's part of the clear resin. Yeah, this is packed very, very well. Lots of padding. Okay, and then here's a zipper bag of all the gray parts. Nice. And then here's the base down here. Here's the base. So that's it. I thought he was going to send me. So when the Kirin initially came out, he offered, or he gave out, it was a sword. And I messaged him, hey, was my Kirin supposed to have a sword? And he goes, well, that was only for the initial release. He said, but he had a few. So I think he was either going to sell me one or send me one. So anyway, this is packed really well. I can unwrap some of this. But again, unwrapping stuff on camera is not too exciting. And of course, once I unwrap it, it won't go back in the box the same way. So this is, from what I understand, this is like, again, you have to go to the website and read his storyline with his characters. But there's another sculpt of his, one of his older sculpts, which is the Azure Dragon, which is kind of how I found out about PKKING originally. And it was kind of like my favorite sculpt of his so far. This is like the yin, they're like yin and yang as far as what I understand as far as the two go. So again, his clear resin is done very, very well. Have to clean up this gate right here. Pretty good sized gate, but you know what? It's nice. PKKING down the bottom. Yeah. There's that. Let's see what's in here. I don't know. We'll go. If this starts taking too long, I'll just do it off camera. But this way you get to see exactly how it's packed too. So, all right, this is more. Ooh, this looks like all the clear resin. Again, it's in Taiwanese, so I can't read it, but I'm assuming this says clear resin. I'm guessing. Let's see what this is. Ah, here it is. Sweet gift. So thank you, double thank you to PKKING, because not only did he send me the white dragon, he sent me the sword that was given out as an exclusive to the very first rung on the Kirin. So that's really awesome. I saw this on another build. I downloaded a bunch of reference photos for the Kirin build, and I saw a few of them had this, and it's like, hey, does mine supposed to have anything? No, it's only for the first release. But so huge thank you to Kirin for that too. So that's awesome, man. Just look, it's really, I gotta pull this out because it's cool. So this is like this gives the rider a switch out. You can have this or the spear. That's beautiful. I mean, come on. That's really cool. So 2 gifts. That's really nice of him. All right, so let's put that to the side. Okay, so there's the base. Yeah, let's just keep going. You know, who cares? It'll be a long video. Hope you guys don't mind. Some guys like the long videos, other guys don't like them. But I think if you can see something like this being unpacked and exactly what you're getting. Yeah, so his clear resin casting is phenomenal. I mean, these tips are so delicate. And like I mentioned in my Kirin pin, last video, I had dropped a few of the pieces several times and nothing broke. So it's good quality resin. It's got some flex to it. If it was cheap resin, if I dropped it, it would have just shattered. So, it's got some cleanup, but that's okay. I'd rather have, this looks like, I have no idea what that is, to be honest, but it's done really, really well. Yeah, so a lot of the similar elements go across the sculpt. So this is very similar to some of the Kirin pieces, like that would go on the Kirin's leg or even the head of the dragon. It's kind of got the scroll work in there and this nice long kind of wispy piece coming off of it. So it's really nice how some of his sculpts have the same elements. So, but just really nice. So, you know, this will take a little cleanup, nothing major, but there's some little gates here. But you see how flexible this is? It's not brittle. If this was brittle, this would snap if I bent that too much. So it's got some give. Yeah, this is nice. So already PK, nice job on the packing. This is done very, very well. Look at how crazy that piece is. I don't know how they mold stuff like this. I'm not sure if he's casting this in-house or if he has a really good caster that he implores to do this. But the way it's casted and packed is excellent. My buddy Jim has this kit too, and he was telling me how good it was. Yeah, so I just got to go through and kind of cut these little, gates off and sand them down, but that's relatively easy to do. So the way this is packed, I don't know, I'll never get this back in here the same way because he's got each piece kind of layered into each other with bubble wrap, and it's packed very well. It's kind of wispy pieces. And with a base like this, it just screams to light it. I mean, you could basically kind of bore this out and put a ring of LEDs in there, or just put it on a single lighted base. Man, it would just really glow really pretty. Yeah, so each piece has a piece of bubble wrap in between each other, all the other pieces. So let's just kind of get these out of here. Probably won't do a whole lot, be able to do a whole lot of fitting together. I wasn't able to do that on the Kirin until I started cleaning it up, just because of the way some of the gates are. Now, as you can see, some of the resin is like really, really clear, and others, if it's frosted. I'm not sure what determines that, because I'm sure it's all the same type of resin. It could be a temperature thing, like maybe when this is being casted, it's a little warmer or cold out. But it's no big deal, because all you do is you hit these with a clear coat, and they turn into glass anyway. So, so clear resin typically comes out with a little frostiness to it. The best clear resin I've seen so far is that Aries kit I did a review of a week or two ago, where it was absolutely clear. So I don't know what they did to do that, but I've never seen that before. Look at this. This is a skirt of one of the fairies. That's insane. That's really cool. Casted in one piece. All right, so that's all the clear pieces. There's a lot of them. I can smell it. I love the smell of resin, even though the dust isn't good for you, but I love the smell of it. So this must have been, I'm not sure when this was casted up, but typically that.
Do you know where you put my phone charger?
Your phone charger.
There's a full white block and a white cord on the counter where your charger was before we left to go.
Look in your bag, or look in. I don't know. It's somewhere. Did Mom find her charger?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to wait, because I'm in the middle of this. So yeah, I'm not sure when this was. Sorry, that was my daughter looking for her phone charger. I did something with it, but I can't remember what I did with it. I'm not sure when this was casted up, but typically freshly casted resin has a stronger smell to it than something that's been casted for a while. But this is another huge clear piece. Be careful of getting this out. Got piles of, oops, just dropped my knife. Piles of bubble wrap all around me. That's a cool piece right there. I'll have to look at some photos to figure out where all of this goes. Even sometimes, even though he sends like a reference photo and things are numbered, I find it easier to go to his website and look at the finished pieces to kind of see where things fit. Because there's a lot more photos of the piece on his website at all the different angles, so it's easier to see where stuff goes. That's a pretty impressive piece right there. Yeah, that's cool. I can see there's a key here for it. But again, until I look at the reference photos and see where that goes. Man, that's cool. One piece. That's crazy. I'd like to see the molds for these. So a little cleanup here. That'll be a little tough because I have to go through and clean out between all the little grooves. But man, that's really, really good. Oh, it looks like the tiger maybe a stand. Looks like there's a tiger print, a paw print right there. Let's see. Let's put that over there. Let's see what's in here. I'm glad I do this on camera because you can see how well this is packed. Yeah, we're not running too long yet. It's only 17 minutes. Okay, so this is a bag of parts. And here we've got, man, there's a lot of pieces in here. So we've got part of the tiger. We got a bunch of parts for, it looks like most of the fairy parts and stuff. This will be the main parts of the tiger. Yeah, it's a good size. So this guy's like a cross between a tiger and a dragon. I'm just on my lap here trying to cut some of this off so I don't dig into the resin. Oh man, beautiful. Look at that. Oops. I just heard something fall. Yep, so I had a little breakage right there, and I just heard it. Well, actually this is the gate, so it doesn't count, but I have a little breakage right there. I just heard it hit the ground as I was putting that piece of bubble wrap down. So I'll have to look for it. So I know I have the piece here. Oh, there it is. Oh, maybe that's just a gate. Okay, that's just a gate. Okay, so from what this looks like, it's not part of the sculpt. It's just the gate that broke off. So my guess is that the lion head will cover that up. Okay, so there's that. Man, I love this guy's work. Just so cool. Man. Come in a little bit closer. The detail's insane. Really, really nice. Yeah, looks good. Again, I have to look at the reference. Oh, this is probably, looks like, yeah. One of the arms? Yeah, so that goes in there like that. Okay, so that's like his front left leg. And I can key that in right away. And the nice thing, what's really impressive, that this is a traditional sculpt. It's not a 3D sculpted piece. That the parts that don't have any gates on it, like that fits in there, and it fits perfectly. There's like, really, I don't think there's any putty work that needs to be done. It just fits really, really well. And I think this one, I don't know. Again, I have to look at the photos, but pretty impressive. I wish I knew how to sculpt. It'd be a nice talent to have. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to fit in these together until I take some gates off. I think that one's gonna go there. I could probably just clip some off real quickly and see if I can dry fit some stuff. But I won't be able to like put them together and get them to stand. The Kirin was the same way. Until he gets pinned, there's just no way to keep them together. I'd be curious to see how, because he sells, I think he offers a painted version of all his stuff. I've seen a painted version on his website for the Kirin. I'd be curious to know how he has it, how he breaks it down and how he packs it. Because that is a complicated piece. It's huge. I can only imagine packing one after painting is a nightmare to ensure that it arrives safely to wherever it's going. Yeah, so far nothing's broken. Really impressed. I love the detail of the claws. Really cool. And then what do we got here? Okay, so the main parts of the lion, or the tiger, sorry. That's that leg there. And then we got, looks like that one goes there. Kind of like that. And his pose is really dynamic too. It's crazy. Not sure if that paw goes there or this paw goes here. Yeah, that goes there. He's got this really cool dynamic pose, like he's coming down off of this wave here. Don't drop that. That would be bad. That'd be my fault. Just like that. Okay, so there's the tiger. Let's open up this bag. Now this is just a bunch of little pieces, so let's see if there's anything in here that may have gotten broken just from it banging around in there. My guess is no, because like I said, the resin is really high quality and it's got some flex to it. But look at this. That's just really cool. Fantastic job. Great sculpt. So like similar to the Kirin, I can tell right away that these guys right here, now that won't, I've got that gate there that needs cleaning up. These will plug into the side of the head and they'll come off like this. I can tell right away just from doing the Kirin. Let's see. I'm not sure how much I can get off without. Yeah. Came right off pretty easily. Okay, without. I typically like to snap a little bit off and then do the rest with sanding. But yeah, that's going to go in there like that. It needs more cleanup, obviously, to go in. Yeah, it'll fit in there nicely. He needs a little clean out, but it's really cool. Okay. Anyway, I'll end up spending so much time trying to piece things together. Okay, so there's the tail. And it'll need a little clean out, but it'll fit right in there when it's cleaned out. Goes in there like that, actually. So either cut the male part down or drill the female part out a little bit more, but it'll go in there. Here's one of the torsos. Man, look how delicate that is. Look at the scroll work on that dress. So there's a mold line here that's going to be tricky to take care of. Oh, actually, maybe it's supposed to be, maybe it's the seam in the costume, but there's a mold line right here that'll be a little tricky to take care of because I got to go through some of that scroll work to clean it up. So it's going to be a delicate cleanup job, but for the most part, it's really, really good. Right. It always makes me nervous when I see a bag of parts like this because with things rattling around, it's real easy for things to get broken, especially like fingers and stuff like this, but these are all good. It's pretty delicate. The leg. Love the scroll work on the thigh there. Here's the other torso. Look at the jewelry on there. Man, the detail's so incredibly detailed. It's very tiny, but it's done very, very well. Very sharp. Excellent job. Here's just one of the waists. And the faces. One face. Beautiful sculpt. And that will fit. Not in that one, but in this one. Fits perfectly. No putty work, just boom, right in there. And we get a little rabbit. And the other waist. So this is mostly the, again, I'm calling them fairies. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they are. That's what I'm calling them. And then this one, she's holding a little rabbit. I have to read the story on this character. And she even looks like she has like spikes, like brass knuckles with spikes on them. Really nice. And there's some of the decorations. Got this cool little like urn. Where's the envelope? What did I do with it? It's probably buried underneath all this stuff over here somewhere. No, it's right here. I want to look at this a little bit so we can see how some of this. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So most of this is cooler than I thought. Now that I'm looking at it. So a lot of this clear resin actually goes into his arms, like it's coming out of his arms. So like, hold on. Okay. So this is his back right leg. So this has like a piece of clear resin coming out of it. Let's see if I can find the right one. Nope. I think this is it right here. So I can clean out these gates real quick. Yep. So that fits in there like that. It's coming off his back leg. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Alrighty, so more onto this pieces. Here's his lower jaw for the tiger. Just awesome. I'm not gonna go over every single piece. I think you get the idea. Like, look at the hair. So this is all in that bag. And if this was cheap resin, these little tips would have been broken off. I mean, the fact that these survived that in that bag with all these other pieces just shows you that this is really good, high quality resin. It's got good flex to it. Takes detail excellently. I mean, look at that face. The tiger has this awesome necklace. Got one little piece that broke off. This happened like Kirin too. This little, actually two of them, two little medallions have broken off, but we'll do a little pin in there and glue them back on. Yeah, that happened like Kirin too. A few of these had broken off. So that's what happened on this guy too. That's not the end of the world. So I got 1, 2, 3 of them broke off. So I may keep that separate in another bag just so I know where those parts are. Let's see. That they don't need. Some of these gates have broken off. Even some the hair on the fairies is clear. We got this little guy here. It's kind of a, I don't know what this is. It looks like a little kind of stuffed animal tiger thing. He's cool looking. So we got these cool little animals in too. Here's another pig. Just really cool. Yeah, unfortunately I can't really fit anything together because it needs to be pinned. That's just the way it is. I want to see where this other big clear piece goes. Yeah. So if you look here on this photo, this big clear piece comes in the back. It keys in. It's like he's coming down this big wave and landing. It's really, really cool. Let's see. Now he's got, let me look at this. This comes around. Because it looks like, I'm looking at the photo here, the reference photo. to see if he's got more. So he's got on his, he's got, because his is paint up, he's got some extra stuff going on around the base here. He's mounted it to another wooden base or something. He's got some like moss and stuff going on there, which is cool. So I think that technically this is, oh, I could be wrong. This is part of it. Yeah, so all this gets keyed together for the base. So it's like this is going to key into here. Yeah, actually keys in there pretty good already. So that piece will key into there. That's part of the base, like that. It's like this is part of the base too. And that looks like that keys in. I think all this is part of the base, which is really crazy. This piece in particular is insane. It comes in like this somehow. I'm not seeing the key, but it's in there. So yeah, just a really cool piece. This thing comes up like this somehow. I'm just not seeing it right now without really kind of investigating more, but it comes up like this in some sort of fashion. Like this, and he's kind of, the tiger's coming down on it. I'm expecting to see a key in there for it, but I'm not seeing it. So I don't want to bore you with me just sitting here trying to figure stuff out, because it could take a while. That's kind of part of the fun of this stuff, is it's a puzzle. So that goes there for sure. I know that. I think this piece comes in. I don't want to drop any of this on accident. Yeah, anyway, so I think that's going to be really it for this unboxing review. As far as packing is a 10. Nothing was broken except for these little things right here that broke off, but those are pretty much impossible to pack without breaking. The casting, again, is a 9.5, 10 easily. Other than a few of the tricky gates that you get to clean off with clear resin, like these gates right here where it goes into all the grooves. You know, it's a little tricky to clean up, but all the details are extremely sharp. The sculpt is phenomenal. Just a really, really cool piece. I don't know when I'll be able to have a chance to really work on this too much. I'm drowning in commissions and stuff right now, so I'd like to get it pinned together sooner than later so I can see what it looks like, because it's an amazing, amazing piece. And it's tall, so it's like, you know, it's like up here. It's probably taller than Kirin, maybe about the same time, maybe the same height. By the time you get everything on there, he's probably about the same height, because this piece is going to come up like this somehow. I need to figure out how it keys in there. It may key into another piece of wave, like this. This goes in here somehow, and that's like a tail or something off one of the fairies. Yeah, I think all this other stuff is part of the tiger. Yeah. So like it's got, for the base, I've got this piece right here I've got to figure out. I've got this piece I have to figure out, and this piece I have to figure out where they all go. So, oh, I just found it. Never mind. Aha. This guy goes into here. Wow. That's kind of crazy. So this piece goes here. way up like that. Yeah, they'll get a nice big key in there. So, and then it looks like there's a paw print right there. So one of his paws goes up there, and then one down here. That's crazy, man. That is cool. So yeah, so the height wise, I can get you a height dimension on this thing. It's a good size. Now the tiger, again, without being able to pin this together, he may come up higher than this with the tail and everything. But to give you a rough estimate of how tall this guy is, yeah, he's right about 18 inches tall. So that's the top of that way, about 18 inches tall. So big piece. He's tall. You know, he's not real wide. He's tall. Yeah, just really exquisite piece. I mean, PK is probably one of my favorite sculptors. He was at Jersey Fest a few years ago, someone told me, and they were able to get a bunch of his stuff. He had a really good prices on stuff when he came to Jersey Fest. If I knew he was going to go to Jersey Fest, I would like make it a goal to go that year. Because I'd love to meet the guy. I think he speaks English because he's replied to me, and there's like no communication barrier there as far as being able to talk to him through PM and chat and stuff. But look at that. This really menacing looking. All right, so that's a long video. It's 42 minutes of me rambling on and stuff. But if you like his work, get one of his pieces. I reckon this piece is amazing. I love it. I love the dynamic pose of the tiger. I love the fairies. Man, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I've got to get one of these somehow. And he was nice enough to send me one after seeing my Kirin video. So again, thank you to PK King for sending me this out. And again, a huge thank you for sending me the sword that I technically shouldn't have because I didn't get the first release of the Kirin, but he was nice enough to send me one. So awesome. Can't thank you enough, man. So there you go. There's my unboxing and review of the, I have to tell you right, the Balance of Nine Skies, the Beast of, that's the name of the story, the Balance of the Nine Skies, and the name of the piece is the Beast of the West White Tiger. As far as I know, the Azure Dragon, so it's different, they all represent different points on the compass. This is the West. I'll put a link down to his website. You can read about all the different characters and the stories and everything. They all kind of intermingle and tie together. So I'd say across the board, it's a solid 10. Packing 10, casting 10. The fit I know will be really good just based on the Kirin. A solid 10 out of the fitting, especially considering how complex these pieces are and their traditional sculpts. It's pretty amazing how well everything fits together. I think on the Kirin I only had like one part or two parts that were really giving me a fit. And after some trial and error, I got everything to work. But there you go. I think it's an amazing piece, and thank you to PK for sending it out to me. I really appreciate it, man. And this is Matt Rosick. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.